Hi, Professor. My name is Keely Cummins. I think you know that. But today I'll be giving a little bit of a rundown on my spread design and poster design for the event I've created called Spotlight. The event Spotlight is intended for college-age students put on by the company Factory Records. Factory Records worked pretty intensely with graphic designer Peter Savali, and Peter Savali's work will be highlighted throughout this event. Peter Savali created several album covers for Factory Records because they are a record company, and so a lot of those designs will be highlighted in this event. Additionally, there'll be a Q&A session and a little spiel from Savali himself in order to give college students an idea about finding your own passion and really harnessing your inner strengths. My idea for the poster and then what became the cover for the spreads originated from Peter Savali's design for Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures album, which he created with Factory Records, which highlighted a few lines and several mountains, which I think is replicated in the connection from Peter to Savali in the cover. This is what it looked like. Once I had the idea to do the lines and create it on that yellow background, which is the same yellow used in the Factory Record logo, it kind of broke way for my design for my spreads. I kind of stayed really consistent with the black, yellow, and white coloring of Factory Records logo, and then kind of ran that through all the different spreads. Savali used a lot of shapes and simple designs to kind of break the idea of what you thought branding should look like. And so a lot of his designs were really simple but translated big messages. So that's kind of what I tried to run through in my magazine spread. In terms of font, I used American Typewriter because I felt like Savali gives that real classic typewriter feel. It's really simple, like I just said. So with the combination of that simple, typewriter, classic American, although he's not American, but classic American style, in contrast with the bright yellows and the big dark shapes and stuff like that, it worked really well to combine them and make them seem cohesive. Both the critiques were actually very helpful. In complete honesty, I went into the first critique and was not proud of my designs. I felt like they were very simple. I used kind of the same coloration, which I liked and kept, but the shapes were very simple. Nothing felt totally thought out. I remember I wanted to maybe integrate an element of music with music notes, but it looked very clip art-y, so I was really swayed away from that in the critique, and thank God I did, because when I came back for the second critique, a lot of people really liked my updated designs, and so I was really proud that there was a level of progress there, and yeah. An additional critique I got during the second round of critiques was that I shouldn't be using American Typewriter for everything, which at first I had some pushback on, but it actually ended up really helping my designs and made certain elements like titles really stand out. Meanwhile, things like times, locations, where certain things might be occurring, that could kind of sit in the background, but that information could still be provided to the viewer. Looking back at my design, I'm actually really proud of what I created. Again, thinking back to that first critique, I was not happy nor proud of myself when I looked at my designs on the board. I didn't really want to share it with the class. I felt like, I could do so much better. And I'm so happy that I stayed with that original color scheme because I got to see the growth of my work. The use of various circles and squares and rectangles and that yellow coloring really made certain elements stand out, and I think that it really reflects Peter Savali's work, so I'm really proud of that. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Professor. I had an awesome time in this class. It was my first actual hands-on graphic design class. I have 2 more with you in the fall, so get ready. We will spend a lot of time together. I think it's Wednesdays, that's our day. But I'm really appreciative of you. This class was awesome, and I'm excited to keep learning. So thank you so much. Have a great summer, and I'll see you in the fall.